Welcome to a Drop Tent Media Production.
I'm so scared.
So here we are on Handle with Scare, where two ghoul friends come to bullshit about all things horror, tattoos, burlesque, and all of the dumb shit that we always think about all day long in our bird brains. Today,
on our bird brains.
You absolutely have a bird brain. You went back blonde. Your head's fried, dude. Fried.
My brain shrunk 3 sizes that day.
Yeah, it probably did.
Oh no, the Grinch's heart shrunk.
The Grinch is not
whatever.
What we're talking about. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about everybody's favorite thing. What does your favorite horror movie say about you?
But first, please remember to go to our page and submit what your favorite horror movie is, and maybe we'll go in the comments and roast you for your favorite horror movie, especially if it's a remake.
Especially if it's a Rob Zombie remake.
Especially if it's that remake of Nightmare on Elm Street that doesn't have Robert Englund.
Definitely that one. Yeah. We don't like to talk about that one.
We love Robert Englund here on Handle with Scare.
He is a nice man. His wife is lovely. She drinks Chardonnay.
I'm sure she does, and I'm sure he pours it for her in the kitchen before every meal.
I mean, maybe, but when I met them at Monster Mania, we met them at a bar. We were like, can we buy you a drink? And he was like, my wife drinks Chardonnay. And I was like,
I did a photo op with him, and he talked to everybody at the photo op as if they were going to his booth. And like, everybody was like, come on, Robert, get it together. And I was like, you know what? We have all the time in the world, bro.
Yep.
I spent $150 on this photo op, okay?
Honestly, celebrities that take the time at photo ops, we love you. Your fans love you even more than we already did.
Yeah, we even love you in 10,000 Maniacs. Or not 10,000, that's the band. What is the movie, the Maniacs one that Robert Englund's in? 10,000 Maniacs is the band. Sorry, y'all.
I'm just going to let you have this. I'm going to let you have
what
this
was
moment.
That one called? You know what? When I figure it out, I'll remember.
We'll give you 20 minutes. And
just
then
give it the rest of the podcast. I'll remember.
You're right. So before we jump into this, I think we are forgetting our favorite new segment, which is Dumb Tattoo of the Week. Don't forget that you can submit your favorite dumb tattoo of the week to our podcast, Handle with Scare the podcast 1 at gmail.com.
Ooh.
I know, I went for it. I made it official with that one.
Yes.
So this week's tattoo dumb idea of the week is from our actual favorite, Anna.
It's well, you know, my boy Salad Fingers, he sells out within 2 hours every time I do a flash of him, and he loves rusty spoons.
He does.
So I made him into a baby spoon.
Yeah.
Not quite rusty,
but you know what? He looks adorable as a little baby spoon.
He does. He looks very innocent, not terrifying.
No, not at all. There's something really innocent about a baby Salad Finger spoon. This tattoo was submitted by my roommate, Allison. So thanks, Allison, for showing us your leg and that beautiful baby spoon.
And if you want a Salad Fingers tattoo, I still have a Salad Fingers Virgin Mary up on my page that you can acquire.
Yeah, so
because nobody's brave enough.
That's true. That is true. No one is brave enough for the Salad Fingers.
If you're so brave, why won't you put Christ on your leg?
In the form of salad fingers.
Yeah.
Is there any other way?
No.
You can book with Anna at pushtattoo.com. As soon as I get my soundboard, this podcast is going to get severely worse because I'm just going to keep air horning the whole time.
What other reaction is there except for ew?
That's true. Salad Fingers 2 flash sheet, The Fingering. Is that the one that you still have?
Yes,
it's
the
from
fingering.
The Fingering, yeah.
Yes, that's part 2. That's the sequel. Part 1 has already all been tattooed. but there is still plenty from the fingering
We love it. We love to see it.
because all of you are pussies.
That was aggressive. You're feeling feisty today. We talked about salad fingers, so you're feeling yourself.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Should we get started on this?
Absolutely.
All right. You ready? I'm coming at you.
What are you coming at me with?
Hellraiser.
Well, we were talking about this the other day, and we decided that if your favorite horror movie is Hellraiser, you would love the band 9 Inch Nails.
That's like all you listen to. You only listen to 9 Inch Nails.
You probably have fuzzy handcuffs attached to your headboard.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no, not even fuzzy because you want them to hurt real bad.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, and then we have good old Doug Bradley.
Doug Bradley, the true jewel.
Literally the nicest person ever. And still kind of looks like that, even though
He does still look like that. He still
Yeah.
looks great.
Yeah.
Still looks great.
Solid choice, but just admit it. You love Trent Reznor. You were hard for Trent Reznor.
You probably cry at their version of Hurt. Like a single tear rolls down your cheek when you listen to 9 Inch Nails cover Hurt.
I don't know. Johnny Cash was hurting way worse than they were.
They were, but come on now.
I think Johnny Cash's was the cover.
Yeah, Johnny
It
Cash was the
He
cover.
came out with it in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was the cover. He won a Grammy, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually I'm pretty sure they gave Johnny Cash that song. They said that that's actually his song because he did such a good job, if I'm not mistaken. Trent
See,
Reznor
yes,
came out and
this
said
is
that.
why we need Evan here to correct us in our horror movie knowledge.
Hey, I'm not
We
correcting.
need
I'm just
your
helping out.
listen, we need it. We need it. Keep us
Yeah.
in line. Newsroom.
Shout out to Trent Reznor.
I don't want to shout out Trent Reznor. There's a lot of people that I would like to shout out.
Sorry, Trent. That shout
Trent
out been
Reznor,
retracted.
you're not one of them. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, bud.
Next on the list, we have Child's Play.
Ooh. All right. First off, let me tell you something. Bride of Chucky is the best Child's Play movie that there is. Period. Fight me on it.
So, Heather, when you have your Halloween wedding,
Yo.
because you love Bride of Chucky,
Listen.
will you be wearing a leather jacket with your wedding dress or not?
I am gonna put in the tattoo and everything.
Oh, no.
Doc's leather jacket and the little Chucky tattoo. I'll see you on Halloween.
Are you going to have Nightmare Before Christmas paper plates at your wedding too?
All right, let's.
Or
not
are you
go
going to
that
have the
far.
plastic version?
Listen. To be determined. Depends on what's available at the Party City that day.
I bet you'll have that like spooky tablecloth that they have at
Oh.
the Halloween parties.
Excuse me, it's called creepy cloth. Right. If you're gonna disrespect me, you come correct. No, but really, we all know I love Bride of Chucky, but the rest of them, probably not.
It's all about that turkey baster scene from The Seed of Chucky.
No. No. So if your favorite movie is Child's Play, you definitely are having a wedding on Halloween.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you like Bride of Chucky, I'm going to give you a pass on
Yeah,
that.
and especially if you like Bride of Chucky, you're literally going to dress like Tiffany.
Oh, whatever.
You're gonna have a strong lip liner.
All right. I'm going to give you a pass, and Anna's going to clown you. I don't know what to tell
Yes.
you. Me and my strong lip liner will hang out with
But
you.
what about Nightmare on Elm Street?
If your favorite horror movie is Nightmare on Elm Street, you're thirsting for men in crop tops. That's it.
That was the first horror movie that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you thirst for men in crop tops after?
No, I saw it with like the kid that was like the bad influence, and she was like that one that like showed you all the movies that her mom had and stuff, and like, you know, that kid.
I think I was that kid.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Well, we watched it when she wasn't home, and it traumatized her forever, and she never watched horror movies again. I still know her to this day. She never watched them again. Meanwhile, I'm fucked up, so I watched them.
Yeah, I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street just like made me thirst for men in crop tops.
I think it's a solid choice
Because then I think of like sleepaway camp fashion with the crop tops and the little shorts.
but I think that carried into Friday the 13th, which brings us to our next selection.
All right. If your favorite movie is Friday the 13th, what does it say about you, Anna?
You've just never seen a horror movie in your life.
What if they like
but
the
you know
remake?
what? You probably started at the second one thinking that Jason was just it, and you didn't realize that the real bitch was Pamela Voorhees. Wasn't her name Pamela? Yes. She was fucking amazing. So it's probably not the first one.
No, I don't think it ever is the first one, though.
Yeah, but you also probably have only seen those movies. That's probably all you can handle.
But that brings me to my next point, which, I love to talk about this. Which is more offensive in the Friday the 13th genre? The burlap sack mask or the fucking Jason Uber mask, which is when he is a monkey man?
Are you talking about Jason X?
I sure am. The Uber Jason mask, aka the monkey mask.
Listen to me. When that girl gets sucked into that fan and when the one girl gets frozen and broken into pieces, you got to sit there and shit on it with me, okay?
It has nothing to do with the deaths in the
It's
movie.
the best one of those movies.
It has nothing to do with the deaths in the movies. I would rather see that burlap sack on his head more than I want to see this weird monkey mask.
I just want to see Michael's or Jade's. Ooh, not Michael.
Uh-oh. Whoa. I wish I had I don't.
You have like a when Anna messes up meter.
Yeah. I'll just add that to our scoreboard of how many times you say I have to go, Evan says he wants to quit, or Anna messes up.
I mess up and call somebody something else. You know what?
Scoreboard.
We're going to move on to the next movie, which is Halloween. We didn't talk about this.
Oh, yes, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
What did I say?
If you watch the movie Halloween and that's your favorite horror movie, you only watch horror movies on Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Only in the month of October.
Only in the month of October.
You literally, you watch that and Trick or Treat, and you're like, fuck yeah, I love scary movies. I love them.
You're the kind of person that goes, oh, it's October 1st. I'm going to watch one horror movie a day for the entire month of October.
Starting with Halloween, but you skip the third one because who doesn't? And then also you watch H2O every time it's on FX.
Also fair.
That's okay, though.
Or you don't watch any of the originals and you only watch the Rob Zombie remix. And in that way, I hate you.
You're a trash person.
You're a garbage person.
I feel like you listen to Kid Rock if your favorite version of Halloween is.
I feel like if your favorite version of Halloween is the Rob Zombie version, you don't know that Rob Zombie and White Zombie are the same person.
No, you probably don't even know that Rob Zombie made music. And yeah, you literally are like a Kid Rock kind of guy. You're loving that shit. Man, this guy's real edgy.
You also
Who made
probably
this movie?
believe that his name, you're like, whoa, his name's Rob Zombie. That's really ironic because he made a horror movie.
Ooh. However, it still stands to be probably one of the only movies that I actually like his wife in.
True.
Sorry.
She's in very little of the movie. That's why.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Good old Sherry Moon.
But what if your favorite horror movies in general are Rob Zombie horror movies?
Then you should probably reevaluate your life. No one watches those movies going into them thinking that they're good movies.
No,
No,
they don't.
no.
It's a fact.
And don't get me wrong, I have some of them on DVD, but I know that they're not good movies.
The Devil's Rejects is a good movie in my opinion. It's all about that fucking tractor trailer running that girl over.
It's all about the Tutti fucking Fruity.
True.
It's all about the Tutti fucking Fruity. Out of all of them, I think Devil's Reject is the one that has the most decent movie vibes in it, for sure. When you think of House of a Thousand Corpses, which is super funny because if you watch interviews, they'll talk about the same thing. No one liked that movie when it first came out. They all thought it was complete shit.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it became this cult following, cult classic, and now everybody's like, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It has a lot going on and it's a whole mess.
But I do feel like you still listen to Kid Rock if those are your favorite.
Probably.
You definitely listen to Kid Rock. You also definitely are never caught slipping on the edgy stuff. You would never admit to being a Neil Diamond fan if you like those movies. You would never have the shame to admit you were into something that wasn't edgy.
Yeah, that all tracks.
You only talk about heavy metal. You only talk about, oh, I love Halloween. I love the haunted houses. You probably would walk through McCamey Manor. That fucking haunted house they keep
would
doing
never
for 6
get
hours.
through McCamey Manor.
No, but
they
you
would
would
not get through the
No, you would not get through the waiver, but you would still go, and you'd be like, I'm going, and you talk about it for like a month, and then you'd pussy out, and you'd be like, oh no, man, I just like, I didn't have time to do it, man.
Man, the line was just like too busy.
Yeah, like
You probably go to Penhurst and you think about the tunnels and you throw up. That's actually me. Like, that's me. Actually.
I usually run away from the chainsaws at Field of Screams, which brings us to our next selection.
Oh,
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
near and dear to my
Near and
heart.
dear.
Near and dear to my heart. If your favorite movie is The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you're definitely a serial killer lover. Like, you have memorabilia all over your house. You probably would be the woman that sent Richard Ramirez a topless pic in jail.
Do you have a Tumblr page that's all pictures of serial killers and like like Columbiners?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like,
But on the flip side, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2,
Chef's Kiss.
what a beautiful movie. I quote that
Yes.
movie every day of my life. I've been looking for the perfect pair of jutes since I watched that movie for the first time.
You know what a jute is? Can you pull up a jute, Evan? It's a jean boot.
Just all you have to do
denim
is
boot.
pull up Stretch the style icon herself in her denim on denim with her jutes.
You know what? It's really all about Bill Moseley as Chop Top in that one. Oh, these are not jutes.
No.
No,
You gotta
denim
do-
boots. Denim boots.
You just gotta.
Denim boots.
It's
Do
just
it.
JOOTS jutes. And they'll pop right up.
Oh, does it really pop up?
Yeah.
Okay. it
Oh,
does.
yeah.
You act like I haven't Googled this every day of my life looking for a pair of jutes.
Oh my god. Yeah, Bill Moseley highlighted
killing
that
them
movie.
in the jutes. Oh, I'm gonna flex on him when I get them. Just wait.
Are you gonna flex on Bill Moseley? At the
I'm
Monster Mania?
gonna roll everywhere, and I'm just.
Do you
gonna
think
be
he'll
like,
remember his role in that movie?
He will.
Oh yeah, that's like his number one thing, isn't it? Yeah.
So I've met Bill Moseley like quite a few times working
Yeah.
like the different horror conventions in the past and everything, and like everybody always wants to talk about Chop Top, and he's done a photo op in the past as Chop Top, like with the plate.
Yeah, he came as Otis last time I saw him.
Yeah. But
Nicest, another one, nicest guy ever.
sweetest man.
I only met one person I did not like at a horror convention, and he wasn't there for the right reason. It was Pauly Shore.
Wow. Can you just say that sentence one more time?
I
for
don't
me?
like Pauly Shore.
No, but
he was a dick at a horror convention.
there it is.
Why was he there? I
Why
don't
was-
know.
Why was Pauly Shore at a horror convention?
Second weirdest person, Jamie Kennedy.
That tracks.
Malibu's most wanted himself.
That tracks.
B Rad from Malibu.
I met Dee Snider at a horror convention, and he complimented my tits.
Ric Flair did that.
He didn't say anything else to me. He just said, "I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stare at your lovely face, but this is making it real hard." And I
Yeah,
was
Ric
like,
Flair hit me with that at a horror convention.
That doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah, he did not like any men though. He just was like, "All right, and here, picture, goodbye," and then he would hit the ladies and be like, "Hey," like. But yeah, wait, Jamie Kennedy, Scream. What do we think of that? Those people who love that movie. I think that's a solid choice. I don't feel any like bad feelings about that. You probably have a good sense of humor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like if Scream is your favorite horror movie, you probably were like the class clown type.
Yeah.
Like, you make everything into a joke. You're probably super sarcastic, which,
Yeah.
like,
That's fine.
it's a good way to be.
You probably also like love Scary Movie, like the franchise. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
segue for you. But you probably don't watch anything too intense. You're probably just like,
Yeah, probably not. I don't see you going any, like, harder than that. Also, if you are really thinking about it, you're probably trying to get in the middle of, like, a Skeet Matthew
sandwich. Me too.
Something that I think everybody wants to get
Matthew
in on.
Lillard, another guy, touched my arm unsolicited. I was fine with it.
Don't say it like that, unsolicited.
Yeah, he did like the tattoo thing, like, oh, I'm liking your tattoos, like, let me see them, like, and then he saw the tattoo of himself on my client.
That's right. I forgot that
Yeah.
you did a portrait of him on your client.
Yeah, and he loved it. But you know what? I really want to. I want to get a little bit more in depth though about
right.
these people who love like I feel like everybody's like my favorite horror movie is the It remake. It's never Nightmare on Elm Street. It's never Friday the 13th. It's always the It remake. Why is it not the old It movie? Tim Curry's scarier.
Which, by the way, speaking of Tim Curry, it's his 75th birthday today.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Tim
birthday,
Curry.
Tim Curry. I was watching his movies all day before we came here. Did you watch Clue? I did. I watched Clue. I watched Rocky Horror Picture Show, of course. I watched It. And then I started another movie before we came here, and I didn't get a chance to finish.
You just got to end it with Home Alone.
No, see, I was going to end it with a complete blast over, and that was going to be Legend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Love that movie. Hate Tom Cruise. Love that movie.
When we get the soundboard, we definitely need the I love you from Home Alone.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But let's talk about old Pennywise. Let's talk about these people because they love Bill Skarsgård. I feel like you just have a hard-on for Bill Skarsgård. You don't care about anything else about this movie. You just really have a hard-on for him in the new It movie.
I think that, and I think what it was is the It remake had a promise of being outwardly scary all the time from the get-go, right? And in the original It movie, it's scary. Pennywise freaked me out when I was a kid. I could not handle it. But overall, the rest of the movie had kind of a more comical, subtle approach to the scariness. And I think that played really well for Pennywise when he did pop up because it made his version of comical scary even more uncomfortable versus like from the music that they did, from the camera angles that they did, even from the way that they shot the Georgie scene in the new one. Whole different ballgame of scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as much as I want to be mad that you like the new It remake, I almost can't be because honestly, I sat in that theater and when that Georgie scene hit, I was like, this is the most beautiful and also uncomfortable that I've ever been in a while. I think I might pee my pants. And then all of a sudden, like, his entire arm rips off and he's like, bleh! And you're like, this is what I wanted from this movie that I didn't know that I wanted.
Right. I just feel like Tim Curry has that scary ass
There
look.
was something about just the way that he looked, keeping it that classic clown with this just deadpan face.
Until they pulled that shit with the claymation in the shower.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm done. And then they got to the adults and I was done.
Yeah. But, you know, that was... You gotta look at the time, though.
It was also made for TV movie.
Yeah,
right.
It had a smaller budget.
But Stephen King, anything he has anything to do with is cheesy, and you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he feels that way a lot about.
But he likes
his work.
He likes that.
Well, I think the biggest thing between the two movies, and you hit it. You guys actually both said it. The awkwardness. For the Tim Curry. I think it's less palatable as a movie to sit there for the Tim Curry version, and it was more of like a blockbuster. For the newer one. So I totally understand with both you guys. Makes sense if you like the newer one more. I totally get it because the other ones, it's different strokes for different folks.
Exactly.
It's a totally different kind of movie. It's like a really high budget early 90s like serial drama, but it's done in like 4 episodes.
Exactly. Right. And they took it, like I said, they took that and spun it like on its head to make it so like uncomfortably dark from the get-go, which I think was really important, especially for people that are doing remakes of such like iconic movies.
Right.
To stay true, but also still find your own kind of feel to it. And honestly, that team too is really good at that. You look at their other movies and it has that same kind of uncomfortably dark energy from the get-go.
Right.
I don't know. I don't want to hate on you for liking the new one. I get it, but also I still will always like the original Pennywise.
I just like the cheese.
Yeah,
I love the cheese.
But there was just something about him in general. You played into your uncomfortable clown.
Yeah.
And even just the pictures of him on set sitting there, like the behind the scenes of him, like smoking a cigarette. He's just deadpan in this clown nose, and you're like, I gotta go.
Well, speaking of an uncomfortable feeling,
oh boy,
the last movie to make me uncomfortable, Midsummer.
Oh, we know I love that movie.
I feel like those like Ari Aster movies, those like Hereditary, like Midsummer kind of movies. I feel like you're like just getting into it. Like
you're dipping your toe in.
Yeah, you're dipping your toe in. I mean, they're pretty intense movies, but like you didn't know what you were getting into. And then you figured it out, and now you're into horror movies. I feel like you went to go see those expecting something else.
And even like just the flip between his first movie, Hereditary, and his second movie, Midsummer.
That's not his first movie, Heather. His first movie is a favorite.
well,
Something Strange About the Johnsons.
yes, but when you think about his first two that really caught public eye more, like when you talk about Ari Aster, how many people do you know that that pull up that movie?
It's me.
Something Strange About it.
It's me.
Besides you, they're
It's
like,
me.
oh, the guy that
Go
did
Google that, y'all.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the two movies that made the biggest impact for him so far in the general public.
I feel like if you love those movies, you would love to go down a David Lynch rabbit hole, though. I feel like that's your next step. And that brings me to my next point, which is how much I hate David Lynch fans.
David Lynch fans can be a lot.
My brother's a David Lynch fan, and he just talks and you just don't understand what the fuck he's talking about. Like, if your favorite horror movie's a Eraserhead, you're a douche. And I'm sorry, you're just a douche.
I thought there was some really great uncomfortable moments in Eraserhead that I still think about to this day, when he is having the dream about the woman in the radiator and she's stepping on the baby fetus things. That's still in my head after all of these years.
Yeah, but like, my problem is, why is it there at all? That's the problem.
Will we ever know? Will we ever
you know what?
actually
I
know?
think that his fans would like to think they do know.
That's fair. Maybe we'll interview a David Lynch fan just so.
Yeah, we'll just bring my brother on, and we'll never get to talk because he'll be like explaining it to us, and we'll be like, huh?
All right.
And then I'll pretend like I didn't hear anything that he said.
That's fair. I feel like that's kind of the move for most David Lynch fans. But on the flip side of that, what about Cronenberg fans? People that are just so hefty into the Cronenberg body horror morbidity.
I don't have a problem with those people. It's
No?
less
annoying.
arbitrary than
Yeah.
David Lynch.
I guess. I don't know. I'm a huge Cronenberg fan. Videodrome is probably one of my favorite movies in existence.
Yeah.
Besides my all-time favorite, which we'll talk about in a minute. But there's something really interesting about how Cronenberg approaches body horror in a way that a lot of people, I think, were scared to at that time, for sure. And I find Cronenberg fans are not normally that awful.
It's all about scanners for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's all about scanners.
Scanners
And we
is a
love
good
The
one.
Fly. You can't hate The Fly.
You can't hate The Fly.
Yeah, I think it would
There's
probably
something
be
about
between-
Gina Davis and The
Yeah,
Fly.
The Fly's awesome. The Fly's awesome.
Everybody, leave in the comments what you think happened to Gina Davis. Where has she been?
Where has she been? Where has Gina Davis been? Has anybody known?
No, nobody knows.
I did a Fly burlesque number.
Yeah,
I did.
We know.
I did. I started out with a Jeff Goldblum face
Yeah.
attached to my face. You know, sometimes we do these things.
Sometimes you just got to pull your face off your face.
Sometimes you just have to rip your face off. Honestly, that number did not go well. People were very uncomfortable.
I'm glad. I'm glad they were.
Should I bring that number back? Say
Bring
in
it
the comments
back.
below if I should bring back my Fly number,
Yeah.
complete with a face rip off and everything.
But you know what? I think it's more important. Like, who cares what everybody else likes? What is our favorite?
All right, hit him with it, Anna. What's your all-time favorite horror movie?
You know what? I said it was Reanimator, but I lied. It's actually Carrie.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And
me some
Rosemary's
sticky.
Baby is tied for close second. I like a little female lead, which
a
we'll
little
talk about in a
female
later
action?
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole episode planned for that.
Yeah, Carrie, that's the one, because that was like the movie that made me want to watch more horror movies, whereas like watching Nightmare on Elm Street at first like terrified me a little bit. And
Right.
I was like, oh, is everything this bad? But then I watched Carrie. There is like nothing like the fashion in that movie mixed with the blasphemy. We
Yeah.
love the blasphemy.
With your Jesus on a cross earrings.
Yes. Praise him. It's the Lord. It's not Sunday. It's not the Lord's Day.
It's not the Lord's Day.
Yeah, there's just nothing like it. John Travolta, always a fan. We don't need to talk about him again. We did.
No,
last
we
week.
really do not. No, but I would agree. I think Carrie is a phenomenal movie. I mean, the scene where, they're throwing all the knives.
There's also a lot of bush.
There is a lot of bush in that movie. You are so correct.
So much bush.
So correct.
What is your favorite horror movie, Heather?
Oh, As a shock to nobody that actually knows me, it's Basket Case. I love Basket Case so much. There is something to me about the ridiculousness of Belial in this little wicker basket just wreaking havoc that
looking like a turd.
He just brings so much joy to my life. Anybody that's been to my house, I have a gigantic movie size, like almost takes up my entire wall poster of Basket Case 2.
She does.
I love it so much. I have made Anna suffer through my Basket Case obsession by buying a life-size custom painted Belial. Which,
don't talk about my son like that.
Listen, he is our beautiful prodigal son, and he will be on the show once I get him from his adoptive father.
Yes.
But Basket Case is...
Highly recommend watching that without Googling it.
Yeah, please. If you haven't, just watch it.
Yeah.
Just watch it. Belial trashing a hotel room is probably the best scene that I've ever seen in my life.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for our favorite segment. Fuck, marry, kill.
All right. I'm going to hit you with it. You ready?
You're going to hit me with it? Okay.
I'm going to hit you with it.
Did I hit you with it last time?
You did.
Okay.
So it's my turn.
Here we
go. All right, Anna. Fuck, marry, or kill. The Fly.
Like the final form?
Like the final form.
Or that middle form?
Nope. The final form where he's like extra goopy. So Jeff Goldblum in The Fly, final form of The Fly. Okay?
Okay.
Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, but really he's going to keep the hanger in his hand the whole time.
Okay.
The hanger will be in his hand, scratching at his little scalp.
Okay.
Or Eraserhead.
Okay, well, you know what? So, The Fly was once Jeff Goldblum. Touched by Jeff Goldblum.
Some would say involved with Jeff Goldblum.
I would say close enough to Jeff Goldblum that I can taste the Jeff Goldblum on there still. So, I will marry The Fly.
Okay.
Even though he wants to die, don't care.
But I mean, realistically, you can marry him, then he's going to die, and you won't have to deal with him anyway.
Yeah, he's going to die anyway. Also, I cannot ever in my life marry anything involving David Lynch or fuck it. So we're going to kill that, and then I guess we'll just have to fuck Chop Top. It's a one-time thing, man.
Listen, there's bags.
Yeah.
There's bags.
Yep.
I love that for you.
Yep. How do you feel about this one?
Let's see. I am going to probably... I'm gonna swap it up on you.
Oh, no.
I am going to fuck Eraserhead.
Oh.
Marry Chop Top. And I'm going to kill the Fly to put him out of his misery early.
That's nice of you.
Yeah. You know, I'm a really nice girl sometimes.
But why would you ever want to fuck anything that's pretentious as Eraserhead?
One and done deal, man.
True.
One and done.
True.
At least like Chop Top, I'm gonna get a lot of entertainment.
You get
out
some
of that
laughs.
marriage.
Yeah.
And apparently really good barbecue according to the whole state of Texas.
Yeah, but isn't it humans? Heather, you heard it here first, folks. Heather wants to eat humans.
I just would do it if I had a choice. Maybe not, but like whatever.
Let's tell them where they can find us for the next time.
Where can they find us for the next time, Anna?
Well, you can find Heather on Instagram at itty bitty trash mouth. The trash mouth girl, as my mom likes to call her. You can find me at Curls Junior Tattoos, and also you can book an appointment with me at the Push Tattoos website. You can find us where, Heather? Where can you find the whole podcast?
We're going to be able to find the whole podcast on iTunes coming soon, right, Evan?
Yeah, we're going to be able to grab everything iTunes. We're going to be on Drop Tent on YouTube. You can find us on droptent.com.
There
We're going to have our own spot on there as well coming up really soon, probably in the next few weeks.
We will also have social medias up.
Yes, you're going to have some social medias up soon. Yeah. And again, you can always send in your submissions to our email handle with scarethepodcast1@gmail.com.
Submit those tattoos.
Submit them.
Don't
we want to see them.
Don't be shy.
We're not going to be mad if it's if it's a good tattoo, but it's just a goofy thing. Like, that's totally fine. We're not going to trash the quality of your tattoo unless it's like
We just won't even put it up if it's bad.
Yeah, like a homemade stick and poke.
Homemade
situation. But we want to see them. I think that's all we have to say. So until next time.
God bless you. Blessed by the Lord Salad Fingers himself.
This video has been sponsored by Salad Fingers.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller, a chud.
What did it mean to you to see that? Did it mean they love me?
Place to look to the past.
Fine mess you've made of things again.
This has been a Drop Tent Media Production.